Right, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we have a little bit of a throwback because people forgot about deserts. So I started to want to go back through the different sets that are still standard legal and see if we could find mechanics that are still playable that people just aren't playing anymore, and deserts was one of them. Also, I should remind everybody, I got my Aggro U on shirt today. If y'all want to get any Aggro U merch, links down in the bottom. Check it out. But starting at the top, we do have Iridescent Vine Lasher. This is just a way to deal some extra damage on top of our actual desert stealing damage. We do have some Bristly Bill because, well, our goal is going to be playing a bunch of lands, so obviously we want to use this. Heritage Reclamation, mostly so we could remove stuff from graveyards while we're doing other things. But if we really end up in a pinch, this could become Strategic Betrayal, I think. We do have some Shared Roots, because again, we want to be searching out some lands. We have Earthbender Ascension. And we don't have a ton of basics, by the way. So we only have 8 basics, I believe we're playing. Maybe even 7. So we'll see if this is too many. We do have Free Strider Lookout, which goes and searches, well, kind of searches. You look at the top 5 for a desert and put those into play. Anytime we target somebody's stuff or commit a crime. We do have Outcast or Greenblade. This is another way you can search for a desert and gets bigger for the number of deserts. We have a couple of Maelstrom Pulse for some removal. We have Colossal Rattleworm. Since we'll be playing so many deserts, it'd be cool to flash this in during our opponent's turn. If it's in the graveyard, we can search out another desert, which is always awesome. We also have Byfalling's Bounty Hunter. And you're probably wondering why this is here, but between this and the Earthbender Ascension, if we can turn our deserts into creatures, well, then they'll come back and deal an additional point of damage. So figured why not give it a try. And then we have Disrupting Stormbrood. This can be an early removal, or it can actually just destroy artifacts and enchantments, which is why I'm saying we could probably swap over the Heritage Reclamation, but we'll see. And then a couple of Doppelgang, and then of course in the lands we have a whole lot of deserts, because that's part of the goal of this deck. So yeah, we'll see if this is any good, but y'all know the drill. Be sure to go over and save some money on your magic. Go to Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. Use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. And that'll save you 5% on literally all the magic stuff you buy. All right, all that being said, let's go see if deserts, the old school deck, can keep up with the new school stuff. Yeah, I guess we can keep this. I mean, the way I see it is we probably play Bristly Bill. Bristly Bill dies. We play Earthbender Ascension. Well, there's another Bristly Bill. Maybe we don't. I was like, then we'll just play the Earthbender Ascension, but, you know, maybe we play the other Bristly Bill. Though, I don't know. We may need to ramp up. It really depends on what we draw, honestly. Okay, that's a cute card to have under the circumstances. Esper Origin shows up in so much stuff, so right now I have no idea what the opponent's doing. Destroying our Bristly Bill. That's what they're doing. That makes sense. Think I'm just gonna do this. Surveil. I mean, it doesn't really matter if that stays or not, because we're gonna play this and go search for one. But that is a 4/5 for 3 mana. And we are not mad at that. Oh, actually, yeah, we already have blue lands. Let's just take one with black mana. Alright, you have a big 4/4. Gain some life. Do some scrying. Surveilling, actually. Interesting. Alright. And a Railway Brawler. Oh my gosh. They're doing all kinds of things. Yeah, we can't do this, because that has power greater than 3. But we can do this. Do that. Go ahead and put a counter on Bristly Bill. And we'll attack. Alright. I mean, this is about to get ugly, because they could just play Railway Brawler here, plus something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's bad. Yep. We are cooked, folks. I'm just going to let it all through. Because this is the only chance we have to potentially win here. Is we have to do enough here. So let me see if we can do it. That puts them to 16. We get to plus Bristly Bill. Oh, if this was untapped and we could double counters, then maybe. I don't think we can do it. We could play a land. 16. That makes us 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we still need 6 more. We could go find a land. That's 7. I mean, we'd have blockers. Huh. Alright, I don't think we can do it. It's an interesting idea, but I don't think it gets us there. So I think what we're going to do is this. Go get a land. Put a counter here. Actually, I want to attack with something here is the problem. So let's just put it on Bristly Bill. Leave our biggest creature back. Wait, 7? It's 11, 12, 13. Man, we are so close. So close. Alright. Are we goners here? If they get a land, they play Railway Brawler, and then everything just has trample and they're gigantic. So we just lose to that. If they don't have it, then yay us, and we got a little lucky. We escape with one. Because that's literally all this is. Untap land, play Railway Brawler, we lose. Oh, they didn't have it. That's really big here. Wow. Alright, we have to block like this because that tramples. I guess we didn't have to. We could have went to 2, but that feels way more dangerous when you know they're playing Burst Lightnings. Oh, my dude died because this went away for a turn. Oh, that sucks. I didn't even think about that. Well, if they don't have a blocker, we just double the counters on Bristly Bill anyway. Is that it? Did we still get there? Wow, crazy. Man, I feel like we stole one on that one. I don't think we... Our hand was just clunky enough to not do enough, and the opponent drew well, hit their cards, and somehow we didn't die. I don't know what happened there, but we'll take it. Alrighty, we're going to keep it. I think I'm going to swap out some of the colorless deserts. Because I think we need more fast lands, untapped lands, you know, whatever. Realistically. Playing against red, and they didn't do anything here. Which makes it feel like they have torched the tower, which is very disappointing. So I'm just going to do this. And pass. Don't know if that's right. It's probably not. Probably a little bit too conservative there. Oh, weird. Didn't seen that guy in a while. That's interesting. Alright. Let's see what they've got in store. Slick Shot show off. You got it. Here comes a bajillion spells on the Slick Shot show off. You got it. Yep, not blocking. We're going to play the Boss Sing Say. Play this guy. No attacks. Boo. Okay, sure. Why not? You got it. We'll block. Okay, let's go here. And here. Actually, after this game, I think I want to make a couple of changes. I know what we're going to do to this. I have some ideas, some thoughts. Oh yeah, you'll kill us for sure with that. Yeah, I mean, all we can do is block. And then we just lose to burn spells next turn. I mean, I guess we could copy Slickshot Show Off, which, you know, it's not great, but it gives us a blocker, which is probably what we have to do here. Only can do it for one. Kind of hate that, but I feel like it's right, sadly. Sometimes you got to make the plays that aren't fun. They just do what we need them to do. Admittedly, any burn spell, bounce spell, whatever, gets rid of that. So, like, yeah, obviously. And then any spell, we lose. All right, they have something. We die. Actually, before we play any more games, I think I want to make a couple of changes. I think we only need... Like, Doppelgang's neat. I just don't know if we have enough times where we're going to get to Doppelgang. And I'm kind of curious what we could do at 5 mana, creature-wise. That... Let's go particularly in black and green. And just see what's available. Because we do have Aclazotz, which isn't bad. I don't hate that. Overlord's neat, but I don't think that's really where we want to be. Ooh, I forgot about Gissa. Gissa's fun. I forgot about this card. And if every time we commit a crime, we make 2 zombies. That could be interesting. I might instead, though, want Aclazotz as one of our options. Just because I want something either with life gain or something that flies or something just interesting to do with the mana when we get to that point. I just feel like we're just lacking just a little bit. Just a little something. And I don't totally know what it is. I mean, there's kind of fun stuff in here, but then we were adding colors or changing colors. And which we could. We could always play the other deserts. Like, say if we wanted to play Roxanne, we could just play the red, green, and the red, black deserts or whatever. And we can make it work. So that's not the end of the world. Can't really squeeze Aang in here, I don't think. That feels like we're stretching too much. Sapsunin is possible at 5. I don't hate that. And that's probably it. So you know what? I would go for 1 Sapsunin. I wouldn't hate that. Alright, so that's one thing. And then lands, I want to swap up 1 or 2 of these conduit pylons. While I do like scrying, I do also want some fast lands. Oh, I gotta reset my filters because we don't want that. All right. So we want some blooming marsh. So let's get those in there. And that puts us at 24 land. I don't know if this is a 25 land deck or not. We do have multiple ways to search for stuff. Go back to 4 shared. I kind of still want more removal in here is part of the problem. And I might make the leap to swap out the Heritage Reclamations for Strategic Betrayals, I think. Because we're playing a slower deck anyway, and it would be nice just to get rid of a couple things. So let's do that. I mean, obviously, we don't always get what we want against stuff like Badger Mole, but we weren't going to do anything with Heritage Reclamation against Badger Mole decks anyway. You know what I mean? So we're not really losing any strategy there. And then this leaves us with 25 creatures, so we went up an extra creature than what we had before. Yeah, this feels all right. I think we could roll with this. Let's keep it. Let's deal a point. All right, let's try a Bristly Bill, which I don't believe will survive, but hey. Really? So opponent's just going to let that happen? That feels very suspicious. All right. Would you like to get... You still would not get rid of our Bristly Bill. That's interesting. All right, then I'm going to try this. You have a counter? I mean, you had to have kept something. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, there's no way you're just going to let all this resolve. That's crazy, right? All right. Let's try. How do we want to go about this, actually? Let's go here. I'm assuming there's another counter or something, but we'll see. They might be planning to just sweep the board anyway. This looks like it could just be a Esper Control pile trying to mill us out. I mean, if you have a counter, it's going to get countered. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can live with that. So then I want to play a basic here so that I can have Bossing Say enter the battlefield untapped next turn and can just use it. This is just Bristly Bill just trying to do the work by itself, you know? Opponent has something over there still. Alright. Oh, wait. I should have done a desert. Ah, well. Attacking. Sure. Yeah, this is just Esper Control mill junk. Is all it is. Sure, you got it. Would you like to counter this? Of course they do, because they have another make us pay 3. Oh, they have 3 steps ahead. Like if you're us, we have another one. All right. I don't know if I'm supposed to use Bossing Say next turn or if I'm supposed to wait and play this during their end step. I think I'm going to go for Rattleworm. Go attacking? Get lost? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm assuming there's another counter, but we're going to find out. There was not. That's cool. Love that. Okay. Well, I'd give them 2 life just to take 2 life away. I don't necessarily like that. What if we get rid of this first? Oh, dang it. All right. I don't really want to play this now. That sucks. I think I'm going to wait. All right. Attack for 8. In the turn. Okay, cool. We got there. I think there's a few ways we could have played that. I was more playing on the idea that if we just get a lot of damage in and they were to draw the thing that like mills us and whatever destroys our creatures, then we could pump this up, attack, play Vine Lasher, maybe find some damage that way. Or if we found a land, play either of these, Free Strider or whatever. But didn't have to worry about it. We got there. All right, we kind of have to keep this. I don't think there's much question here. That is a Cecil. Now, Cecil could be a bit of a problem if we don't get our proper removal on time, because Cecil flipping could be tough. And we're going to make it easier for them to flip because of the damage from our lands. So that's a tough one. We're going to go ramping here. Go get... what do we have in hand? Another black land. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. I'll just get this just in case. Probably going to see a Planeswalker hit the battlefield here. Maybe? I was like, I don't know what the opponent's... Okay, here we go. This is what I expect to see here. Yep. That makes sense.
I've seen scarier things in a bowl of noodles.
All right. What do we want to do? We play this. We could Festering Gulch. Hopefully find a land. Possibly play 2 things next turn. I think this is our best bet. All right. Now, they haven't had to play a removal spell, so I'm assuming this Lookout will not survive. But then next turn, we get to play double Outcaster Green Blades. That will be plus 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 4 5s. Which seems pretty important. I would block a Cecil here if they're just willing to let me. Probably means they have a backup one, but it's alright. These guys don't have reach or anything, unfortunately, with their big glowy green swords. Oh boy, Deep Cavern Bat. Boy, do I have things. Now, the thing is, if they get a green blade, the tough thing is we won't have an extra untapped land for the Ascension, so we would be looking for something else there. But they took that instead, so that's kind of good, I guess. All right. I mean, we are only at 9, so there's a lot of ways this goes really badly for us. Let's go ahead and play this. Go get a desert, obviously. Then we'll play the other one. Getting another desert. And then hope we survive the turn. Really, is all we're doing here. Okay, well, that felt pretty good, because my thought there was that meant they weren't going... Oh, you have 2 trajectories? That's going to suck. I was thinking it meant they don't have the 4/3 cat or whatever.
I just hate a fair fight.
But now we block... Interesting, they're not putting it on the flyers. Huh. I would have assumed that would have been the play. Just try to put the bonus on the flyers. Because this was already big enough that I couldn't block it effectively. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. I see you. So... I would like to play these other tapped lands, but doesn't make sense to do right now. What do I feel like this is not going to work? Oh, opponent has a removal spell. I mean, it's got to be Bifaling's Bounty Hunters if you're going to go after something. Oh, Flood Pitch around it? Well, yeah, we're going to lose here anyway. Yeah, all right, GG's. Like, we're cooked. All right. Sure. I was just debating on, like, do I want to just play Vine Lasher to maybe draw some damage or removal spell? Oh, that's not great. All right. I guess we try to slow things down. Gotta play the magic that's not as fun. Boo-hoo. Size makes sense. Look at the top X card of your library and search. Okay, that's a thing. Didn't even know that was a thing people were playing. You know what? Let's go ahead and play 2 of these. Oh, I guess they have a 2 damage removal spell here. Which I guess it's okay that it hits that instead of... Oh, Oh, so you are playing Lessons. Interesting. Instead of just Bristly Bill. Wow, opponent's just like, I don't want you to have nothing. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and do this. And get you with one of them. If we get something cheap, we'll consider Strategic Betrayal. If not, I think we just play a land, play Beifong's Bounty Hunters, and go for it. What else you got? Nothing else. Okay, I think we will do this. Just slow them down, because they've definitely been looking for lands and whatever, so... kind of keep the pressure up where we can here. Yep. I mean, it'll come back, but we're okay with that. Obviously, put the counter here. We'll go search. Go get one of them there Forestas. And go attacking. Alright, well, we did plenty there. And we were able to slow the opponent's mana pretty significantly. So if they just get there now, they just get there. Nothing we can do about it. Well, they had another Badger Mole. Now that taps for 3. Like, what you gonna do? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we just attack, right? We're good with that. And then we'll just play that Sabsunin. Now, Sabsunin won't be able to attack next turn, but will get us 2 cards, which is almost equally important at this point. Maybe. Okay, there's no Roboroid. Fair enough. The only good news now is we can kind of back the opponent into a corner where they have to keep blocking. Well, never mind. I was going to say keep blocking our Bristly Bill because we could just pump it and double the counters or whatever. Oh, actually, we could double the counters on all of our creatures and then Sabsunin will be an 8. And it doesn't matter. We'll just do this. No need to get too crafty here. We know what's up. We could also just put the counter here. And then go ahead and play this guy. And then go attacking. Oh, opponent. I would have just double blocked a Bristly Bill if we were going to do that. Yep, that would have been my play. Yeah, now even killing creatures doesn't do enough. Yep. Ooh, alright, let's try it. We're on the draw, so this could be rough if they have a fast start. This is funny, one of the few times where we could just play the turn 1 Deuter and we didn't get it. Ugh. Alright. I think I'm going to go Shared Roots next turn. And then there's a chance for us to maybe Bristly Bill. Oh, is this the Reanimator pile? What is this? 9 lives familiar. Oh, opponent's really cooking. Alright, let's go here. Do. Yep, you got it. Town Greeter. So they want stuff in their graveyard. But what do you... to what end? And you didn't get the Ouroboros, so I'm assuming you already have it. Yeah, I got no clue what we're even looking at here. Alright. I'm just gonna hope we're not dead. Like, we've drawn so much mana and nothing to really do, so... If they have the cards, they have the cards. They have access to 5 mana here themselves. Just cast an Overlord. That makes sense. Ooh, is this all permanents? Yes, with the same name. Love that. Much as I'd want to kill an Ouroboros. But being able to get rid of all of these is nice. I will be dealing with an Ouroboros next turn, so that's still on the table, unfortunately. Alright, so we attack. We would take 3, 4, 5. We'd have to find something. Alright, we're just going to get in there. Not a lot we can do. Just, I mean, we only drew 2 creatures, and you're looking at them, and they happen to both be Bristly Bills, even though we're playing 27 or something. Alright, Ouroboros and what? Good news is that's one less thing attacking us than we were planning on, so that's good, because I was planning on that extra damage coming at our face there. That is unfortunate. That's bad. Now we need another removal spell for the Ouroboros. That's not going to do it. But we're going to use it anyway. Obviously, Badger Mole Cub's going away. I don't think that's really much of a question. And then, yeah, I don't know what we do from here. There's some sequences where we can keep animating lands and not die, because we can just chump block for a bit. But I don't know if that's going to be good enough. Yeah, especially with their eagle attacking. I think that's going to be it. Yeah. Man, we only drew 2 creatures this whole time. That's some bad luck. God, that's rough. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. If we all out attack, we just lose, right? Because 8 becomes 9, 10, 11. No. 4 becomes 8, and 4 becomes... Yes. So that we would just lose there. We can attack and see if they bite. I don't think they will. And what would I need? I would need 5, 6... I would need 9, so that's not going to get us there. Alright. I mean, maybe an attack here looks a little crazy. And they decide to block? I doubt it. Yeah, didn't think they would. We're going to do the only thing we can do here, I think. And hope it's somewhat good enough. I mean, maybe there's a world where we get like a Beifong's Bounty Hunter. Well, even then, we're just going to lose to the Eagle in a couple of turns anyway. Yeah, this is just tough. Just no creatures. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Yeah, even if we have the right out here, I don't think we could win. Because we just kill the Eagle to have to block everything else. And we know we only have a land in hand. Yeah, Rattleworm's just too late. That's tough. Man, that's a hard game. I mean, we did what we could, but we just didn't draw much of anything. That's sad. Ooh, all deserts, but we'll keep it. Seasoned Warren Guard. All right. I mean, we can make some kind of big creatures of our own. I don't know if that's going to be enough. No green mana. Also interesting here. All right, get 2 points in. I say no green mana because I'm assuming it's Selesnya Rabbits. But it's also possible they don't have anything but 3 mana stuff. Nope, there's another Warren Guard. An opponent says, I guess we block. I mean, if you can kill my dude, you kill my dude. All right, they didn't have it. Oh, if we'd have had an untapped land. Oh my gosh. Y'all know that stuff dreams are made of. I'm, however, going to go search for a land. And if we were to draw an untapped land, do I have all my lands make black already? All right. We would be able to get rid of Warren Guards and remove whatever they play next here, which would be sicko. Okay, there's their green mana. I don't think I've ever wanted an untapped land more in my life. Yeah, we still block one, take one. We did not get it. We didn't deliver. Let's see if they have a protective spell. They don't. That is good to know. Alright. No reason to attack. We are not the beatdown at the moment. We will hopefully be shortly. And the reason I got rid of that is because we can get rid of both the other creatures with the Maelstrom Pulse. And that could be more of a threat than these little dudes. Paw Patches. Sure. Now those will attack and get bonuses because there's a token on the battlefield. But the opponent opted not to take advantage of that scenario. If we play this, we could go get a basic land. And then... No, that's not any good. Let's just do this. Alright, no attacks. And they just have the one big Paw Patch recruit at the moment. That seems reasonable. We're obviously not going to block it. We're just going to take the damage. I mean, I say that. I would be inclined to maybe double block, actually. I said I wasn't, but the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? That is a spot where it might be worth double blocking. Let's get... If I want to just play... let's play Strategic Betrayal here. Let's go ahead and get a Forest. Also deals a damage. We will juice up a Bristly Bill. Cost your creatures. That also shrinks the Mentor. And the next turn we can do multiple things if we feel we need to. Alright. Do not hate that exchange. I'm going to attack with Bristly Bill. Because they've already proven they don't have any type of combat tricks, because they would have attacked with the Paw Patch Recruit last turn. Unless they're being super defensive. But, alright, cool. That puts them down to 10. And them all out attacking here doesn't benefit them all that much. I was thinking they could have had another Paw Patch Recruit. That would have been a little tough. Alright. We're going to go get Deserts of some variety. And then we will play another Deserts. Juice this up. And then we will go get another land. And, yeah, that's going to do it. Yeah, at that point, we were just going to all-in shove. You know, get everything in there. And if they just, you know, block Bristly Bill, block here, great. They're down to basically no creatures, and they're at 8, and we'd have all the stuff left, so it would have been totally fine. Yeah, so this deck kind of puts me in a weird spot, because it was fun, and it was playable. Would I say it's good? It was okay. I mean, we were a couple of games over 500, so that's fine. I mean, you know, all you got to do is hit your 52, 53%, and you'll be great. But realistically, I don't know if this is significantly better than any of the landfall decks or versions we could play, right? Like if we cut out and the reason I say that is if we cut out all the deserts, we could just turn this into a landfall based deck, right? And take more advantage of an early Vine Lasher. We could also play a version of this where we're taking advantage of Beifong's Bounty Hunters and the Ascension, and then just play more like Badger Mole, Cubs, Llanowar Elves, all the typical stuff. Like we could do that. We could ramp up a little bit more and play some other like Bonnie, Paul's, Coma, stuff like that if you want to do that. But this, again, if you want to play deserts, it is playable as a way to play deserts. I mean, it met the brief and did what we wanted to do, so it's not bad. It's just, is it the best version of what you could be doing with lands? And I think maybe that's the reason deserts have fallen off a little bit, right? Is we've gotten so many good landfall stuff with the Harmonizer and the Ice Till Explorer and the Badger Mole Cub and, all these things that just play better with lands. And you don't have to have all your lands come into play tap like you do with the deserts. So, just a thought. But again, I think if you do want to play this, I would play this again and goof around. And honestly, when I'm done recording, I'm probably going to goof around with it on the ladder in a few more games before I move on to the next one. Because it is fun, it's entertaining. Downside, we didn't get to cast Rattleworm all that much. So I wish we would have seen that a little bit more, because I think that card's great in here. But we did draw the Sabsunin when we wanted to, so that was valuable when we got it. We got a lot of work out of Bristly build. The removal spells were all good. So yeah, nothing to really complain about here. It's just about what we expect it to be. So yeah, the link will be over on Moxfield. Y'all know the drill. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.